Unveiling the Titanoboa, the largest snake that ever lived. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a trip back in time. Way back to a world that's both fascinating and a little bit terrifying. Picture this. You're wandering through a prehistoric rainforest. The air is thick with humidity, and exotic birds you've never seen before are singing overhead. The ground squelches under your feet, and every shadow seems to hide a secret. Now, imagine a snake longer than a school bus slithering through the underbrush. What would you do if you came face to face with a serpent of such colossal size? Kinda gives you the chills, doesn't it? Today, we're diving deep into the story of the Titanoboa, the largest snake that ever lived. This isn't just a tale about a big snake. It's a journey into a forgotten world where nature pushed the limits of size and scale. So, buckle up and get ready for an adventure that's larger than life. Let's start our story in an unlikely place, the Cerrejón coal mine in La Guajira, Colombia. Back in 2009, a team of paleontologists was working here, sifting through layers of ancient rock and coal. Not the most glamorous job, but definitely an important one. As they dug deeper, they began to uncover fossils, first, some giant leaves and then something that made them do a double take. Massive vertebrae that didn't match any known species. These bones were huge, and the team quickly realized they were onto something extraordinary. The scientists, including experts from the Smithsonian Institution, couldn't believe their eyes. They had discovered the remains of an ancient serpent that dwarfed any snake known to science. The initial reactions were a mix of shock and pure excitement. Verifying the findings wasn't easy. They had to compare the fossils to existing species, run countless tests, and ensure that what they had was indeed a new discovery. And it was. This was the moment the Titanoboa was introduced to the world. A find that would reshape our understanding of prehistoric life. So, just how big was this snake? Hold onto your seats. The Titanoboa stretched up to 42 feet long, that's about 13 meters, and weighed around 2,500 pounds or 1,135 kilograms. To put that into perspective, that's longer than a city bus and heavier than a small car. Let's compare that to the biggest snakes we have today. The anaconda and the reticulated python are known giants, with the anaconda reaching lengths of about 30 feet, 9 meters, and the python around 33 feet, 10 meters. But even these impressive serpents look like garter snakes next to the Titanoboa. The sheer size of Titanoboa has significant implications. Moving such a massive body required immense energy, and it likely preferred habitats that could support its weight, like water. Its size also tells us about the environment it lived in, hinting at conditions that allowed for such gigantism. Let's set the stage and travel back to the Paleocene epoch, about 60 million years ago. This was a time right after the dinosaurs had made their exit, leaving room for new species to take center stage. The Earth was much warmer back then, a global greenhouse, if you will. The area that's now the Cerrejón coal mine was once a sprawling tropical rainforest. Think lush greenery, towering ancient trees, and a climate that's hot and humid all year round. It was the perfect environment for reptiles to thrive, especially cold-blooded ones like our giant snake friend. High temperatures and humidity levels allowed animals to grow larger than their modern counterparts. The abundant resources and lack of competition from dinosaurs meant that creatures like Titanoboa could dominate the landscape. It was truly a time when nature supersized its creations. Now, let's dive into the lifestyle of this colossal serpent. Given its size, the Titanoboa was most likely semi-aquatic, meaning it spent a lot of time in the water. Just like modern-day anacondas, water would have helped support its massive weight, making it easier to move around and hunt. Speaking of hunting, what was on the menu for a snake this big? Well, pretty much anything it wanted. Its diet likely consisted of large prey such as crocodiles, giant turtles, and sizable fish. As an ambush predator, Titanoboa would lie in wait, camouflaged within the murky waters, ready to strike unsuspecting creatures with lightning speed. As the apex predator of its environment, it played a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. By controlling the populations of other large animals, it ensured that no single species dominated the habitat. It's incredible to think about the impact one species can have on the world around it. Let's get a bit up close and personal. Don't worry, it's perfectly safe. The anatomy of Titanoboa is as fascinating as its size. Its skeletal structure featured robust vertebrae, which supported its enormous body. Scientists used these bones to estimate not just its size, but also its muscle mass and overall physiology. Being cold-blooded or ectothermic, Titanoboa relied on external temperatures to regulate its body heat. The warm climate of its environment was essential for its survival and might explain why it could grow so large. Higher temperatures can boost metabolism in reptiles, allowing them to power a bigger body. As for reproduction and lifespan, we can make educated guesses based on modern snakes. Titanoboa probably laid eggs, and given its size, these would have been some hefty eggs. Its lifespan might have stretched over several decades, assuming it could avoid disease and other natural hazards. So, why did Titanoboa grow to such colossal sizes? One leading theory centers around the warm climate. There's a principle called Bergmann's rule, which, in simple terms, suggests that animal size increases in warmer climates for cold-blooded creatures. The heat boosts their metabolism, allowing them to grow larger. Another factor could be the atmospheric conditions of the time. Some scientists speculate that higher levels of oxygen and carbon dioxide might have contributed to the growth of megafauna. Elevated oxygen levels could support larger body sizes by facilitating greater metabolic processes. From an evolutionary standpoint, being bigger had its perks. A larger size could deter predators, allow for a broader diet, and even give an edge in mating. It's all about survival and passing on those giant genes to the next generation. All giants must eventually fall, and Titanoboa was no exception. So, what led to its extinction? One major factor was climate change. As the Earth transitioned into the Eocene epoch, global temperatures began to cool. For a cold-blooded animal adapted to a warm environment, this was bad news. Changes in habitat also played a role. The lush rainforests began to diminish, replaced by more temperate environments. This habitat loss would have made it difficult for Titanoboa to find both the warm conditions and the abundant prey it needed. Furthermore, the rise of new predators and competitors could have challenged Titanoboa's dominance. Evolution doesn't hit the pause button, and other species were evolving and adapting, possibly outcompeting our giant snake for resources. Even though it vanished millions of years ago, Titanoboa left an impressive legacy. Its discovery has been a goldmine for scientists studying snake evolution in prehistoric ecosystems. By examining Titanoboa, researchers have gained insights into how climate affects the growth and size of reptiles. The Titanoboa has also slithered into popular culture. From documentaries to exhibits, it has captured the public's imagination. If you've ever visited a museum display featuring a life-sized replica of Titanoboa, you know how awe-inspiring, and slightly terrifying, it is. This giant snake has also sparked a renewed interest in paleontology in the ancient world. It's a reminder of Earth's rich history and the incredible creatures that have called it home. So, there you have it, the incredible story of Titanoboa, the largest snake that ever lived. It's a testament to the wonders of our planet and the mysteries that still lie beneath our feet. From its discovery in a Colombian coal mine to its reign as an apex predator, Titanoboa continues to fascinate us. The tale of Titanoboa isn't just about a giant snake. It's a window into a world long gone and a reminder of how much there is still to learn about our past. Who knows what other ancient giants await discovery? Maybe the next groundbreaking find is just around the corner. Thanks for joining me on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this trip back into prehistory, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating stories from our planet's incredible history. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.